link to his channel in the description. But hope you guys just enjoyed that workout that me and Mike just had. Arm's still a little, just a little bit. So I wanted to do this video because I've been getting a lot of questions lately about my prep and how my keto diet's doing. Now Mike is actually competing as well. And to tell you the truth, I think me and Mike are going to compete in the same contest. Now we haven't picked which one we're competing in. Mike is actually waiting for me. He's ready. He's ready to go. He's ready to pick a show. I'm just not quite ready because cut-wise, I'm not ready. You know, I told you this guys before. My 9-to-5 job is picking up steam. I'm getting very busy. I'm running Unchained Athletics. I'm trying to YouTube. And there you go, trying to do YouTube and this prep, and balance time with my family and friends. So it's very hard, and this cut has gone very slow. That's not a problem. I'm not getting discouraged. Just got to keep trucking, keep moving forward. So until I feel that I'm ready, then I'll pick a show. And then once that happens, me and Mike will most likely join it together to push each other strictly for motivation and competitive reasons. Because you guys, I talked to you guys before. Motivation and competition is two of the biggest factors that motivates me and keeps me going and continues to push me in this bodybuilding, I guess, career that you could say that I'm in. And Mike definitely pushes me when we work out. You know, it's funny. I grab the 35s. He looks at mine. He grabs the 40s. So you know, just little things like that pushes that we push each other. So we wanted to talk to you guys about dieting and just little bodybuilding hacks and just tips and tricks that we've learned through the years. Now again, you know, I've only been doing this for 3 years. Mike, how long have you been doing this for?
Shoot, I think I seriously or started lifting seriously when I was, I don't know, 24, 23. I'm 29 right now, so
am I,
5 or 6
29
years. So, but just basically, you know, simple things that we've learned just by experience.
Yep.
Starting out, I'm sure Goody can attest to this. I mean, it's easy to follow the trend of what everybody else does. I totally did that. I walked into a supplement shop and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get creatine and I'm gonna get a mass gainer, right? I mean, without even really understanding the purpose. Not saying that those don't serve a purpose, but you want to be as educated as possible, especially when you start looking at other things. Like, say, for example, if you dive into the world of pro hormones, or you know, you start looking at other supplements, whatever it may be.
It just pushes you further and further down, you know, all kinds of paths. Now, you know, if the person's watching this that I'm about to call out, I apologize and I'm sorry. I'm not going to say the name, but I had someone Snapchat me yesterday and said, I have a coach and I'm listening to everything he says, I'm eating whatever he says, and I'm gaining weight. It's okay. And they said, but my coach says I'm gaining muscle and burning fat. I said, okay. Moral of the story, she was wanting some fat burners. She goes, I think I need some fat burners. I need some pills. Just please recommend me some. And I didn't. It was late in the day. I didn't want to get into it with her and say, look, you don't need this. Just please stick to your diet. I was like, all right, whatever. Just here's some fat burners. Take them. Because she wasn't going to listen. She was so dead on pills. So let's talk about supplements. That's one thing that I get messaged on, like, hey man, I really need some fat burners, or I need some protein to gain some muscle. I need this to help me, you know, get bigger. And
I gotta interrupt you, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Like, the thing is what it boils down to I mean, back it up a little bit. You know, I want fat burners or I want a supplement.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, and I was thinking about this yesterday, everybody wants a shortcut. Everybody wants that solution in a bottle.
Wants that magic pill.
Everyone wants to take a shortcut. And the truth is, I guess what gets me frustrated sometimes is there is no shortcut. Supplements, if you look at the word, it's designed to supplement your diet and your workout ethic. It's all the work that you put in. What a supplement does is it helps give you that little bit of edge to make the most out of your workout and your diet, period. It does not replace or, you know, I mean, unless you're on
Definitely
gear,
doesn't replace.
unless you're on gear, even if you are on gear, you still have to put that work in. I mean, it's just crazy.
And so I go back, the reason why I said that to her is because I knew that even if it's not even going to push her towards what she wants, mentally it will. She needs. It always reminds me of Space Jam. If you guys ever watched Space Jam, remember when Michael Jordan gives the magic stuff, and all it is water. So to me, I was like, look, I could get into it with her and try to break it down.
Also known as placebo.
Yeah, I could get into it with her, and she won't get it, and she'll just just be even more confused. Or I can just say, look, here's this fat burner. Maybe it motivates her, maybe it inspires her, and she's got that like magic stuff that made me now I want to work harder. And it's not going to hurt her. The fat burner's not going to help, not going to hurt her, and it most likely won't help her, but mentally it will. And so you got to think about those factors. So that's why I wanted to talk about that. And what do you think about newbie gains? When I first started off working out, man, I made all kinds of gains the first year. It was insane. I dropped weight. People were like, "Oh, you're on steroids." Now I'm like, "What?" People were like, "You're on gear." I had no idea what gear was. I was like,
yes, I'm on steroids. I bought a tub of protein.
Yeah, they're like, "You're on gear, mate," and I'm like, "What is gear?" Like I thought like I always use gear like sportsly. I'm a machine. I'm wearing machine gear. Yeah.
The first time I heard gear, I didn't know what it was either. I was like, "What?"
So, anyways, what I'm trying to say for all you beginners who are getting into this, you're gonna make some gains in the beginning, definitely, because your body's it's all new to it.
Yeah, well, your body's gonna change.
And my gains have slowed down big time. It's my 3rd year bodybuilding, and it is slowed down dramatically. So don't get discouraged. You just got to keep pushing and keep fighting and break through these plateaus.
Yeah, and remember this too. When you start out lifting, keep this in mind. When you first start out lifting, your body is going to react because it's never seen that kind of strain before. So your muscles are going to grow. They're going to be like, hey, what the heck's going on? So yeah, there's going to be a natural adaptation to what's going on, right? You're going to, a lot of times when I first started lifting, your joints are going to hurt because they're getting inflamed. They're not used to that. They're like, oh my gosh, we're going to die. And you experience all sorts of new pains. Well, as you become more advanced and as your body starts to adapt, we know that the muscles over time find the most efficient way to move the weight, which is why you experience a plateau.
Yeah.
Because after a certain point, you go into the gym, you lift, say you're pressing, 225, and you just keep pressing that, and it's the same routine. Your body's gonna say, hey, I'm used to this. That's why you gotta switch it up, high volume, lower the weight, focus on the reps, on the squeeze. And that's why for us and for anyone else out there that's been lifting a long time, it takes more and more work to achieve that pump, the stimulation, to get the squeeze. It takes a lot more because our muscles are already used to it.
It does. Now, like I said, me and Mike are prepping for a show, and our diets are completely different. As you guys may or may not know this, I'm on a keto diet. I go keto for 5 days, and then I do a refeed, which is like I try to keep the fat as low as possible. I go about 400 grams of carbs and 100 grams of protein. Now, a lot of questions I've been getting is, well, how do you know how much carbs you need on your refeed? Well, how do you know how many fats you need? And guys, the biggest tools I use is the mirror and the scale. If I'm not going down in weight, I need to drop the macros. Or if I'm not looking good in the mirror and it looks like I'm looking worse, then I need to drop the macros. So that's how I gauge it. Again, if I am going down too much, then I keep the macros same or I add a little bit. But as of right now, I'm moving very slowly, but I'm also moving, I haven't really moved the calories that much. My refeeds are still the same since week 1. My fats and proteins are a little bit different from week 1. They're a little bit lower. But that's how I gauge. So for all you people who want to try keto or have questions about keto, a good number to set on is, 1.2 grams of protein per body weight. Do about 110 grams of fats, and then 30 grams of carbs. Now, I know to Mike, he's probably freaking out when he heard that 110. He hates. He doesn't like that. But again, he's on a completely different diet, and that's not wrong. We talk about this all the time. No one person is the same. Everyone's different, and everyone's body responds differently. I've told you this before, guys. When I eat carbs, I blow up like a balloon. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it is. I literally, like, if I eat 2 bowls of rice, I feel like I'm
he looks like this.
Yes, I feel like I just ate a bowling ball. And then there's guys I know that will eat that, and they're like, oh man, I'm so depleted, and they look like they've eaten nothing. So everyone's different, guys. Everyone's different. But if you're gonna go keto, use the mirror, use the scale, and you know your body better than anybody else. So Mike, tell them a little bit about your diet and how you're going about it. You're doing the more if it fits your macros, right?
My diet, I don't even know what my diet is. My diet's ever changing because, for example, in the off season or any time that I'm not prepping for a comp, I usually try to stay lean. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing a bulk, right? I mean, that's a good way to pack on more mass, right? But you're also going to get the fat that comes with that.
Yeah.
Now, I'm after my bulk, which I mean, I gained so much weight. There was muscle involved, but there was also a lot of fat.
Yeah, same here.
And it was so much work to get that fat off. So I prefer to do a lean bulk. But as far as caloric intake, during that period, I usually will do a carb cycle. So I'll be honest with you, I don't really count the carbs too much. It's either usually a low day or a high day. Now for a high day of carbs, I will probably say maybe 200 grams of carbs on a high day. And then on the low days, it'll probably be as minimal as possible. So I think today I'm probably at less than 50 grams of carbs. Wow. And the reason being,
pretty low.
Yeah, the reason being is because I want to throw a little bit of carbs in there, just enough to where my body says, hey, I'm not being completely depleted, so I'm not in ketosis, right? But it still knows that they're there. And usually by the third day, I'll usually do 1 day of carbs, 2 days off. By the third day, 1, 2, 3. When I give it some more carbs, I notice my appetite will pick up a lot more because it's starting to burn, what's in my stomach basically. It keeps that fire lit. So, like what Goody said, I mean, each body is different. I've seen people that they can pig out and their metabolism is so fast, it will just burn through all that crap and it utilizes everything. And like you said, you can eat carbs and just...
Dude, I eat a bowl of spaghetti and it's like, geez, I just blow up like an absolute balloon. Now, again, nothing wrong with that. Just everyone's different. So that's another tip. Don't get discouraged if someone's diet or one of your friends or one of your buddies or someone on YouTube, someone on Instagram, someone that you follow's diet doesn't work for you. It's okay. Everyone's different. Don't get discouraged. Try different options. Try keto. Try low carb. Try carb cycling.
Find out what works for you.
Try vegan, try paleo, try whatever.
I don't know about vegan. I can never do it.
just try different things. So that's just the big key. And any other tips that you would that you've learned over this bodybuilding?
Research. I can't tell you how many times people have asked me. They're like, "Oh, well, what type of protein should I use?" Or, what should I do for this? Or what should I do for that? Or truth is, I always tell them, I say, look it up, research it.
Guys, Google is out there for you. Just don't be lazy. Don't be lazy and say
fingertips.
It's right there. Everyone has a smartphone. Everyone most likely has a computer and access to the internet. Just Google it, guys. Google it and just don't be lazy. The information's out there. You just need to go and find it.
The first thing I do, anytime I go into a supplement shop and I look at the back and do this, look at the back of a supplement that maybe you're considering looking at. Look at the back, find out what's in it, and ask yourself, do I know what this is, right? If you don't know what it is, like for example, like a month or so ago, I was looking at 5-alpha-hydroxylaxagenin, tongue twister, basically known as laxagenin, and I researched what it was. Because I wasn't familiar with it. I don't know. Basically, it's derived from plants. It's a sapoponin, I believe that's what they call it, and it's basically just helps with the nitrogen retention in your muscle. There's, like I said, research it. There's more information. We won't get into that, but the more information and knowledge you have up here, the more lethal you're going to be in regards to your bodybuilding. The more progress you're going to make. An educated bodybuilder, if you talk to any professional bodybuilder, they know their stuff.
They
absolutely. Straight up know their stuff.
They do. They know their stuff. And in your opinion, would you say, now I know this is kind of a rhetorical question, but maybe it's not. What is better, real food or supplements?
Oh, real food by far.
Absolutely. And the reason why I had to ask that is because, again, same questions. People ask me all the time, like you said, what kind of protein? Or, hey, I want to lose weight. I want to take some shakes. Like, I just want to do smoothie shakes. And I'm like, why? Like, why do you want to do that? Like, no, that is, or I'll have someone ask me, or they'll ask me a question like, hey, I'm not losing weight. I can't lose weight anymore. It's been like this for a couple of weeks. I'm like, okay, well, where are your calories at? Oh, they're at 1,600. I'm doing cardio 4 days a week. I'm like, you're slowing down your metabolism, guys. Eat real food, and I'm not talking about Rich Piana's real food supplement, because he has a supplement called real food.
Buckets of real food.
I'm talking about real food. You know, real ground turkey, lean meats, veggies, sweet potatoes. You know, just
the reason being is balance, right? Real foods. Your body is designed to utilize real food. So you're going to have balances of minerals, vitamins, you name it. Whereas in a supplement shake, in a protein shake, that's why they say do not use as a sole source of nutrition, because it's lacking those vitamins that are essential to your body. And when your body's out of whack and out of balance, it's not going to be functioning the way it should be.
Now, I know we say that while we're over here drinking this lean body, and he's drinking some protein, but the reason why we did that is because we just finished a workout, obviously, and we knew we were going to sit down and do this this little, not Q&A, but this little video, and so we wanted to have something in our body. Now, again, that's when supplements come into play. When they benefit you, like you don't have time, or you know, you're in a rush, then use that as benefit. But if you've got time, do real food. Now, I know we're bouncing everywhere. We're talking about supplements, we're talking about calories, we're talking about keto, we're talking about, you know, almost if it fits your macros, carb cycling. But we just want to talk to you guys and just get as much information to you as possible when it comes to, you know,
like a shotgun approach.
Yeah, kind of a shotgun approach, like you said. Don't drop your calories too low. You're going to screw up your metabolism. Don't depend on supplements as your number one source. Everyone's diet's different, so don't get let down if Lex Griffin or Christian Guzman or Max Tunings or whoever the big time YouTubers are out there, diet doesn't work for you. That's fine. It's okay, because you are who you are and they are who they are, and there's no one else like that in the world.
Exactly. You know, and another big misconception too is people are talking about losing weight. Everybody wants to go to less meals per day. Opposite. You go more meals, because as long as you're ingesting food, even if they're in small amounts throughout the day, you're keeping your metabolism at a ramped up rate, right? I mean, pre-competition, my first competition, I was eating 5 or 6 meals a day of chicken and broccoli. I mean, that's pretty much all I was eating. Egg whites in the morning, and I was hungrier throughout the day than before. You know,
that's a good question. That brings me to my next little topic. And the reason why I bring this up is because, like you said, everybody wants to lose weight, but no one wants to do what it takes. Now, the one thing that drives me absolutely crazy is that people they go absolutely crazy when you don't give them a plan, but you say, hey, look at this guy. He's shredded to the bone, and he eats the same thing every day. He eats ground turkey or chicken or vegetables with sweet potatoes every single day, and he eats oatmeal with protein powder every day. You know, he eats the same thing every day, and people just can't wrap their head around that and say, oh, I can't do that. I gotta have this, I gotta have that, I gotta have that. I'm like, well, then you don't want to lose weight then, or you don't want to take it to the next step. You're talking to me, you're telling me you want to take it to the next level. You'll do whatever it takes. I'm tired of being like this. I'm ready to get lean. I'm ready to get shredded. I want to do it. I want it bad. And then you tell them, all right, this is what you're going to do. Here's the plan. You're going to eat this boring ass food every single day, but it's going to work and you're going to get results. And they're like,
chicken and broccoli, my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh no, I can't do that. I gotta have the pizza. I gotta have the burger. I gotta have some pasta.
That's what you want to say. Just go. Just get out of the
it's not that. We don't want to discourage you, but you just like, guys, you gotta put in the work. I'm going to use Dickerson Ross as an example. He's a guy from the UK who's absolutely shredded to the bone. I watch his snaps every single day. He eats the same exact shit every single day, and it works and it's lean. Now I know we're not all the same like him, so it's not going to work for everybody, but you can't really go wrong with vegetables, sweet potatoes, and ground turkey 991 or chicken. One of those substitutes. Like, you can't go wrong. I don't see how that can't work for anybody. I mean, it's vegetables is good for you. Sweet potatoes is one of the best things you can eat when it comes to bodybuilding. It's the best thing. And then chicken or 99.1 ground turkey. it's like it's almost impossible
even
for
if
it
you
not to work.
even if you eat a crap ton of that during the day, I mean, it's so lean and it's so it's like eating air basically. It'd be very hard to really, you know, gain a lot of nasty fat off.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Yeah. And so the reason why I say is like, look, if you guys are really mentally, it's all mental, guys. I feel that people have too big of an emotional attachment to food that they cannot give it up because they're too emotionally attached. Like they can't give up their pizza, they can't give up their ice cream, they can't give up their cereal for, you know, real healthy food. And you know, you just got to, it's all mental, guys. It's all mental. Once you get past it through your head and you just eat it as like, look, I'm eating this not for taste, I'm eating this because I want to get to my goal. And yeah.
And don't confuse, you know, like, don't confuse us like is not wanting to encourage you. We're passionate about it because we want people to experience just the possibilities. Because once this, and I always tell people, once you get this in line, the rest follows, right? Because your mind dictates the rest of your body. That's one thing, that's the reason why I like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Greg Plitt, rest in peace, you know, because they focus so much on the mindset. And that's really the key, right?
Big time.
He always said to people, he was like, yeah, you know, you're not getting where you want to be. That's because you don't have the right mindset. And that's what we want to encourage you with.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
You know?
Exactly. And again, that applies not only for bodybuilding, but that applies for everything in life. Like your business. You want to start a business, get your mind right. For me, you guys know that when I started Unchained, my mind was not right in the very beginning. I had doubts. I didn't believe in my company, and now I just have a completely different mindset where I totally 100% believe in my career, my brand, myself, and it's not cockiness, it's just I believe, I strongly believe, and I vision myself succeeding, and that's what you gotta do. So, I know we've been talking for about 22 minutes. It doesn't even seem like this is like 5 minutes. Dude, when you talk on a camera,
just getting warmed up.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you talk on a camera, it's like the time goes by like, it's insane. We
Those
literally,
people are like,
people are here like, I can't believe these two guys.
Key point though, learn.
Let's finish it off. You go ahead.
Yeah. Learn from your mistakes. Learn from you know, what you've done wrong. I mean, the growth that has occurred in just bodybuilding for me has been from making mistakes. You know, from been like doing mass gainers when like I just didn't know what the heck I was doing.
I said you could have been eating some really healthy food, but you're over here.
I'm over there trying, you know, and for bulking, I was eating burgers every day, and it's like, you know, it wasn't great, but I learned from it, and that's the key. You fall off the horse, you get back on, and that is where the growth occurs. That, you know, like we're talking about his company, he's learned from doing things, you know, not the correct way.
Absolutely.
But look at how much more growth is going to occur. So, you know, stick with it. Don't be discouraged. I mean,
Definitely.
It happens to everybody.
Definitely, guys. And if there's anything that we didn't cover in this this conversation, please leave your comments below. Ask any questions you have. Now, again, me and Mike do not claim, now absolutely we do not claim to be experts. The only experience we have is, the only expertise that we have is experience. What we've done, what I've done in these 3 years, what he's done in these 6 years. Now again, I know there's people on YouTube, there's people on Instagram that have done this for years, that double what me and Mike have done, and that's fine. You can go listen to them, and I definitely recommend you do, but you're here at this channel, you're watching this video, so you're definitely interested, and yeah, I hope that we've helped a couple of people, and I hope that we've, you know, taught you some things, and showed you some of the mistakes that we made, so you don't make the same mistakes, because I wish I would have had the knowledge I had now 3 years ago. I think my body would be much more.
I'd probably look 10 times better, dude.
Well, not only my body wouldn't be in that much pain. Now, you guys know I've been dealing with a back injury, and that was just stupid PRs. You know, I say it now, and I don't want to discourage all you big-time powerlifters out there, but just I wouldn't have put so much effort into 1 rep PRs.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, and for what? Okay,
they have their place.
Okay, I squatted 435. Great, whoopee. I got my name on the board for 2 weeks before someone broke my record, and then I still have to deal with this injury for the next, you know, I don't know, maybe all my life. So definitely not. I definitely don't I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't recommend it, but everyone's different. I see girls. You do your thing, but I see girls like squatting and I'm like, oh my god, you're gonna hurt your back.
Snap.
Anyway, yeah. Anyways, I'm digressing, but yeah, just learn from our mistakes. And like I said, if you have any questions, please leave them below, and me and Mike will answer them to the best of our ability. Anything else you want to say?
No. Keep at it. This is a process.
It's fun. Bodybuilding should be fun.
Yeah,
bodybuilding should be fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to do it. I mean, you're just not. If you're not, if it's not something you enjoy doing, then you know what? Find something that you enjoy and then do that, because you're not going to have fun doing bodybuilding. Because bodybuilding, it's a lot of work, but you got to have fun doing the process.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. Honestly, like the most fun I have is like when we lift together. When you talk about your passion with one another about just lifting. It's fun.
Yeah.
Don't do it for any other reason. Do it because you enjoy it.
Yep. All right, guys. So that's it. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't already, which I don't know why you would, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and subscribe to Mike's channel. And yeah, I guess we'll see you on the next video. Peace.